Ever thought a cartoon could guess what happens next? Sounds wild, but hold tight. The Simpsons, that beloved yellow family, have been doing it for years. They've predicted things like presidents and cool inventions. It's not just funny, it's kinda spooky. Let's explore what they might say about 2024 in their crazy world of guessing the future. Trump's 2024 presidential ambition. In the world of funny cartoons, The Simpsons has been a goldmine of laughter and surprisingly accurate glimpses into the future. One of their most jaw-dropping predictions was Donald Trump's ambition to become president in 2024. You might laugh and think it's just a cartoon, but hold on a moment. This show doesn't just predict random events. Sometimes it gets very specific details right. Years before Trump hinted at running for president in 2016, The Simpsons had already shown him as the leader of the free world. Now, in 2024, it feels like déjà vu. The show, in its strange way, seems to have hinted at another Trump run for office. It's almost as if they have a special connection to the future. How do they keep doing this? Let's think realistically for a moment. Could this just be luck? Predicting a politician's actions isn't usually that impressive, but with The Simpsons, it's different. It's like they're thinking several steps ahead while we're stuck on simpler thoughts. They're incredibly good at understanding society and politics in a way that's funny, but also a bit eerie. But here's the surprising part. It's not only about Trump. The show has a history of making fun of political figures and situations that end up happening in real life. They've joked about everything from election results to international relationships. It's almost like the writers are sitting with a crystal ball, a deck of tarot cards, and a great sense of humor, plotting their next major prediction. Robots take over technological forecasts. The Simpsons isn't just about jokes and politics. They once imagined a Springfield full of robots doing all the jobs. It seemed like a crazy idea from a sci-fi movie, but guess what? The show saw this coming before anyone talked about AI. Think about it. We're in a world where technology like self-driving cars and virtual assistants is getting better fast. The Simpsons had a sneak peek into this future and showed it to us. But it's not just funny stuff. They also talked about something serious. Losing jobs because of robots. People worry that as robots get better, regular jobs might disappear. This is a big deal today for economists and experts. The Simpsons got this right, but they also added a twist. While they show robots taking over, they also point out the chaos that comes when we rely too much on tech. It's like a hint from The Simpsons. Sure, tech is amazing, but it can't do everything humans can. It lacks our emotions and the special things that make us who we are. Mars colonization. The Simpsons once made an episode about going to Mars that mixed humor and smart thinking. It wasn't just a regular episode. It showed how much people are interested in Mars. The show is known for crazy stories, and this time it was about the Simpsons getting ready to live on Mars. This story, which used to be just made up, now matches what real space agencies and tech leaders want to do. Going to Mars is no longer just in books. People like Elon Musk and his SpaceX are working hard to make it happen. Musk, known for doing big and new things, wants to create a human community on Mars. It might sound like a story from The Simpsons, but it's happening for real. The show kind of guessed this before Musk talked about it publicly. This episode isn't just about the future. It's a mix of the usual Simpsons family stuff and space travel. The writers joined the excitement of exploring space with the warmth and fun of family. It's not just a story about going far away. It's about how people can keep going even when things are tough and always wanting to learn more. And all of this happens in a place that used to seem impossible. Virtual reality food. The Simpsons once predicted something quite extraordinary. They imagined a world where instead of eating from plates, people used special glasses to enjoy their food. Back then, it was just a funny idea from a TV show, but now it seems like it could actually happen. This idea challenges how we usually think about eating. The show had its characters enjoying all kinds of digital food, which seemed really strange at the time. But today, our world is getting more and more mixed up between the digital and real. Technology is changing a lot in our lives. We use it for games, meetings, and even learning. But eating in a virtual world, that's something completely new. It brings up a bunch of questions. Can virtual reality really make us feel like we're eating for real? Will it change how we see food? And maybe most interestingly, could it help with problems like not having enough food or eating things that aren't healthy? Baby translator technology. In a funny prediction on The Simpsons, they imagined a device that could understand baby talk. It would change parenting by translating babies' sounds into understandable words. No more guessing what a cry means. This idea was a joke on the show, but it's becoming real. It could make parenting easier by using technology to understand babies' needs instantly. The show made us laugh, but it also showed how hard parenting can be. Now, with better technology, making a device to understand babies isn't as crazy. Scientists and tech companies are working on this. They want to use AI and machines to figure out what babies are saying. This could be a big help for new parents and help them bond better with their babies. Female presidency in the US. Years ago, the Simpsons cartoon showed Lisa Simpson becoming president. At that time, this was a big idea. Now, it's becoming real in the real world. The show didn't joke about this. It showed a future where a woman could be president. This wasn't just for laughs. It was a big thought in a funny show. It showed that a woman could be the most important leader in the country. This was different from the usual jokes on the show. It made people think about a future where women have more power. Now, in real life, more women are in politics than before. Some are even vice president. The Simpsons showed this change before it happened. It's not just about a prediction. It's about talking about fairness, showing women in power, and how they're becoming more important in leading. Lisa Simpson being president isn't just a story. It gives hope. It makes people think about a future where women can lead without any limits because of their gender. Hover cars of the future. The Simpsons once joked about cars flying in the sky, but it might not just be a joke anymore. The idea of hover cars, once only in sci-fi, is becoming more real. In the show, these cars were funny and a bit crazy, zooming around in the sky instead of on roads. Now, though this wild idea is getting closer to reality, technology is catching up to this fantasy. Hover cars could mean no more traffic or accidents, a dream for transportation. People are working hard to make this happen, creating prototypes and ideas that might make flying cars a part of our lives soon. Hologram technology. The Simpsons once again made a clever prediction about the future. In one episode, they showed a world where holographic technology became a normal way to communicate. This show is known for mixing humor with ideas about what might happen in the future. They imagined a world where instead of using regular screens, people could talk and interact using holograms. Back when The Simpsons first showed this, it seemed like a far-off idea. But now, with the progress in technology like augmented reality, AR, and virtual reality, VR, this idea isn't so far-fetched. Scientists and companies are working on ways to create lifelike 3D images that can be projected into real spaces. This brings together the digital world and the real world in a new way. The show imagined a future where holograms would change how we connect with each other. This technology could transform meetings, making it possible for people to join as holograms instead of being physically present. It could also change how we talk to faraway friends or family, making it feel like they're right there with us. Holographic technology has the potential to reshape how we feel someone's presence and involvement in a world where we're all connected through digital means. Ivanka Trump's future in politics. The Simpsons once hinted at a possible future where Ivanka Trump, daughter of former President Donald Trump, might aim for the presidency. The show is known for mixing real-life events with its stories, and this portrayal of Ivanka reflects the idea of a powerful political family continuing its influence. In this episode, Ivanka was shown as someone with significant political power, suggesting that her journey in politics might not stop at her advisory role during her father's presidency. This prediction brings up many questions about the impact of family legacies in politics and how power works in American politics. It's not just about Ivanka following her family's political path. It's about what her candidacy would mean for discussions in politics. How would her running affect the already divided political atmosphere? And how would people react, considering the significant impact of her father's time in office? AI getting out of control. In an episode of The Simpsons, they imagined a future where AI becomes a big problem. This AI, which is like smart computer stuff, gets too powerful and becomes a danger to people. Even though the show made jokes about it, the idea is serious. It's about how technology, like AI, might become too smart and do things we don't want. This is a worry in real life too. People who know a lot about technology, ethics, and rules are talking about it. They're concerned that as AI gets better, it might not do what we expect. The show makes us think about how we should manage and control these smart technologies. It's not just about robots taking over, but about how we can make sure they're safe and good for people. The Simpsons story makes us think hard about how much we should let technology grow without causing problems for us. It's a reminder to be careful about making things smarter than us. The Simpsons warning about music's power. The Simpsons once showed how music could control minds. In their funny yet eerie episode, they imagined music doing more than just entertaining. It became a tool to secretly control thoughts. The story was about a boy band song used by the government to recruit people without them knowing. Although exaggerated, the idea isn't new. Music has always been a way to communicate and persuade. Think of national anthems boosting patriotism or catchy ads that stick in your head. The Simpsons made this idea bigger, suggesting music could directly control minds by planting thoughts. This episode makes us think about the influence of sound in our lives. It questions if using music for more than fun is okay. Today's tech can manipulate audio in precise ways, making this idea scarier. The Simpsons' message is clear. We should think carefully about how sound is used to persuade us. It's a reminder to be aware and think ethically about the power of music in our lives. Economic collapse. The Simpsons show once predicted a big money disaster, like when everything in the economy crashes. This episode scared people because it felt like it could happen in real life. The show hinted that the world's money situation is fragile and could go really bad. It wasn't just a silly story. It showed that the people who made the show knew a lot about how money works and how sometimes things go wrong. The show imagined a time when the people in charge of money made big mistakes and everything went really bad. Even though the show exaggerated things to make it exciting, it still reminds us that money problems can happen for real. The prediction by The Simpsons matters because in the past, we've had big money problems, like the 2008 global money crisis. The show talks about the fear of another big money disaster happening soon. Zombie apocalypse fiction or future. In a wild episode of The Simpsons, they imagine a zombie apocalypse hitting their town. It's all make-believe and meant to be funny, showing what could happen if everyone turned into zombies. The chaos is hilarious, like only The Simpsons can do. Zombies are a big deal in movies and shows, often standing for bigger worries we have in real life. The Simpsons, playing with this idea, taps into our fascination with zombies in entertainment. Sure, a real zombie outbreak is way out there, but it's interesting to think about. How would we handle it if it happened? Even though it's all in our imagination, it's cool to brainstorm about how we might solve such a crazy problem. Thanks for watching. The Simpsons nailed it again with their predictions for 2024. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more mind-blowing content. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Were you surprised by what The Simpsons got right this time? Stay tuned for more fascinating insights and predictions. See you in the next video.